Hello everyone on YouTube. Today I'm showing you Barcade in Jersey City. Last place I showed you was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in Fishtown. This one has more of the old school arcades, just like the last one. So let's show you the walkthrough and see what they have. Let's see, as you can see, big time arcade, very cool place. Let's just start out with the games and see what they have. Of course, we got some classics here, like the Asteroid, which isn't working at the moment. And of course, there's the all-inspired Simpsons arcade. Never get tired of the classic. Way before they decided to do a little bit of Family Guy oriented. The double screen punch-outs fighting. Now this one's a racing game called Championship Sprint. So this is just somewhat of another racing game, kind of like off-road. It's all mostly 2D track and stuff like that. So yeah, basically just an original before they did a little bit of 3D and ultimately less map based. Not actually bad actually. Here's Classic Joust. And of course the monster beat 'em up of Rampage. Okay, so here's basically the bar area place. Here's some interesting arcades right here. We got here Cosmic Alien from Universal. I don't think it's related to the movie franchise, but alright. Now, I think this is mostly like a Space Invader clone, because it shows like you shooting up bad guys in a straight line. Somewhat a cross between Space Invaders and Galaga, actually. It does look interesting, but I think I understand why I never get a chance of seeing it much. Of course, we got the Cabin of Mr. Do, which is a Dig Dug clone too. As you can see. Now this one's called Cosmic Ranger, another Universal game cabinet. This is kind of like a Wild West meets Star Wars. No matter whether you like it or not. I think most of it takes place in like a scrolling flight shooter. Judging the looks of it, kind of like Cobra. It looks nice. Very fun. Going on, we got here Double Dragon, the action scroller. And this here's the Defender. My advice, try to be patient with this game, because mostly this game does have its difficulties. Believe me, shooting all the aliens and stuff does have its drawbacks, and you have to move back and forth a lot. It's never that easy. Now this here is Mappy from Bally and Midway. Mappy's mostly like a platforming game. I think I have this for the original NES back when I was really young. Really fun to maneuver and stuff. So yeah, gives you the kicks, and really good kicks. This here's Karate Champ, which is somewhat of a fighting game. As you can see, it's basically 2D scroller. This is way before they do Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Killer Instinct and all other fighting games, Tekken and all that. So yeah, this is just the start of fighting games. Really good. Millipede, the prequel to Centipede. Now we got the American version of Burger Time, unlike the one in Philly, which is like the Japanese version. The Puzzling Tetris. Arkanoid, aka Breakout 2, I believe. Always love that game. Now here's something called Zaxxon, which is another flight shooter. Basically, it does have a 2D feel, but as you can see, it does have a little bit of 3D ethics into it, with their spaceships and stuff. Over here is Sinistar from Williams. This is somewhat of a asteroids clone, because you have to maneuver around in different ways. Normally you shoot asteroids, but it's mostly basic. You also get to shoot like ships and stuff. Still pretty fun. Now we got here Qbert. Really fun game. Always nice to see something a game like this. This, which is mostly puzzling platforms. Basic, simple. Just hit all the squares. Make sure you don't get yourself hurt from snakes and apples and stuff. Oh, it looks like they got platformers that go up and down. Nice. But anyway, it's really fun. Of course, we got the plastic golden axe right here. It's like in a different cabinet, I believe. Yeah. Frogger. Of course, we got the Tapper, the beer game. Now this game I used to play a lot too. Contra from Konami. This one's incredibly fun to play, and it does have its interesting shooting. Doesn't matter whether it's scrolling or it's stages or anything. It's really enjoyable, a blast to do. Never get tired of this game, even if it is a classic. It's all right. This here is Mach 3 Military Air Command Hunter. This is mostly like a flight simulator / shooter. You can see by the controls how it works. I think I saw like a little bit of live action in those screens. So surprised they put that there. I think it's mostly 2D, depending on how old the game is. Yeah, as you can see, it's mostly a 2D fighter, but it has like a little bit of live action backdrop right here. I've got to admit, that's very innovative. I think I'll try this game out. I don't know what you're gonna shoot though. Looks kind of impressive. Okay, now we got the classic Donkey Kong. And of course here's WWF Superstars. With all the classic superstars from Hogan to Andre to Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, Hacksaw, Macho Man. Yeah. There's usually like a lot of great WWF classic cabinets. Whether it be Superstars, Rumble, or even Royal Rumble, or even WrestleMania. Now we got the classic Miss Pac-Man. And of course here's 1943, another shooter from Capcom. An air shooter actually. This goes takes place in 1943. Ironically enough. But very fun and enjoyable, no matter what it is. We got the classic Galaga right here. Of course, we got Gauntlet 2. One of those maze adventures. The classic Mario Brothers, which is out of order as of right now. Now this is nice. These are the sit-down cabinets for Turbo, Outrun. As you can see. You never get tired of good old sit-downs. Always fun and innovative. Makes you feel like you're in an actual race car. This here is Road Blasters, another shooter / racing game. As you can see from the screen, kind of a difference between caller position and I believe Spy Hunter. We got Narc here, which is out of Order 2. Now this here is an all-time classic. It's Atari's own Star Wars. Mostly vectograph game. Really fun to play. I tried this in Seaside Heights in a fast pack, but never really that. Once you get through like 2 full levels of it, whether it be easy, medium, hard one could be a little difficult to master. But very fun, very classic, easy to use to shoot down all the bad guys. This is way before the Star Wars trilogy game they came out with. A strong recommendation for this game because it's very impressive. And of course, last but not least, we got ourselves the Blasterite from Atari. I don't know if this is like a sequel to Asteroids or Asteroid Deluxe, but it's pretty creative and fun. So not only do you shoot down asteroids, but you can shoot down spaceships and the like.
Oh my god!
Pretty cool, pretty nice to master. Might as well give that a shot. And of course, that's pretty much it for the entire arcade section. I gotta admit, this one's a whole lot more better than the one in Philly, depending on what the size of the arcade is like. So yeah, if you want to go ahead. If you wanted to check this place out, go to Jersey City in Newark Avenue. You see the sign that says Barcade, and go on. You might have a blast with all this stuff. So that's it for the walkthrough. Hope everyone has have a nice day, and see you for more videos.